Is there anything more frustrating than making it all the way to endgame just to finish second? Well, you're not doing that anymore. Today, we talk about how to clutch more endgames. How can you put yourself in the best position possible to win? And it's actually very simple. I'm going to quickly take you through my mindset during endgames, what I'm actually thinking about, and then we're going to break down some insane clutches that I've had recently. Now, endgame starts when respawn disables. So as soon as respawn disables, there's two things that you need to think about every single time that you get a new circle. First is going to be, where is your power position? Now, power position can be high ground, but it's not always. I'll tell you why in a second. The second is, where is your cover? And this is the most important thing. And those two questions will tell you whether you need to rotate early, rotate late, or make a gas play. Let me quickly break down a scenario for you. In this situation, I drew an imaginary end circle that partially has top prison on it. Now, if you're top prison, you're in a great spot. You have power position and you have cover. But if we were to slightly shift that circle down a little bit, now all of a sudden, yes, you may have high ground, but you have no cover, which makes you a very easy kill. Let's go ahead and jump into some clips here. So this first clip right here is probably one of the best clutches that I've ever had. I just died. I'm flying back in. I'm lucky enough to get the Milano here, which means I can at least challenge somebody. Now, I'm looking for one kill. One kill gives me everything that I need. Plates, ammo, and guns. So that's what I'm looking for. And I see this guy right here. I actually did not catch the second player. So I was going to land on this first guy right here and be able to take all of his stuff. That doesn't exactly go as planned. But I am able to get the first one down. I'm able to get the second one down. I get the second one thirsted, and then I get smoked by no other place than, well, top tower. Now, this is where you kind of have to pay attention a little bit. I know my teammate died right in here, so I'm able to grab his satchel, which has 2 plates in it. And I'll be honest, I don't know what told me to grab that flash right there. It's not something I would usually do, although it's a tip that we should take note of. Always make sure you have a lethal and tactical, because you can always use something. You can't use nothing. Now, where's our power position? Where's our cover? I'm going to go ahead and fight for top Nova 6. Now, in this situation, I don't want to fight gas and have to fight for top Nova 6. I don't know if anybody's up here, so I'm going to early rotate this. I'm going to get to this spot early, and I see this person climbing ladder. So let's go ahead and challenge that person. Like I said, I don't want to fight him and gas at the same time. I want to get ahead of this and be able to take him out without having to worry about gas being at my back. Use the flash to my advantage like I told you it was gonna come into play, and notice that there is one below me. But just like I told you earlier, I'm officially back. I've got guns, I've got plates, I've got gas mask, I have everything that I need to be effective here to actually start to challenge people. We've got our power position, which in this case is high ground, and I do have cover here. High ground because I can see over everything. I can see people that are in headquarters, I can see people that are over in living quarters, I can see people that are down below me. So we're going to go ahead and reset there. And as I'm sniping this one to my left, I'm going to be quiet for a second because you'll hear somebody trying to parachute on top of me. Not just yet. I'm worried about that guy that was below me, trying to see if he's making a move to push up. He could technically still make a move, and he could make a gas play. There's your parachute. There's the person landing. So I know that I have to challenge this person. Now, that's why I think Serpentine's a great perk one. That guy probably doesn't get away if it's not for Serpentine. So take note of that team that's top headquarters that's still just sitting right there. I'm able to snipe this guy top living in right there. And now look where circle pulls. Circle pulls all the way. Now there's a lot of people in living quarters. And go back to what I said. I don't want to fight them and gas at the same exact time. So I'm going to early rotate this. I am not going to worry about them unless I absolutely have to, except for one person. Before I make a move, I want to see what this headquarters guy is doing. I don't know where he went. So I'm just trying to see, is he playing gas? What's he doing? I catch this guy down below. Now we're going to go ahead and push. And I straight beeline for basically circle. I want to get into circle here. And what you're going to notice is there are people inside of this building. I don't worry about them. My goal is not to fight them and gas at the same time. They aren't my concern right now. My concern is getting power position, which is this building right here. Why? It's in circle and I have cover. So I'm going to go ahead and keep pushing forward. Now, as I'm pushing forward here, I actually hear one to my right who shoots at me. So now I do have to worry about that guy. But notice because I rotated early, I have a lot of time to worry about that guy. I don't have to challenge him immediately. I can kind of play this a little bit slow and kind of try to make him make a move. I hear him. Boom, we're able to win that gunfight with the Milano. Like I said, if you have that Milano, don't be afraid to challenge. Now, once again, I notice that 3 people are over to my right. So I'm going to grab the automaton right there. I'm going to go ahead and play it up. Unfortunate situation swapping my gas mask. I swapped a full gas mask for an empty gas mask. Now we're going to go ahead and kind of push up here. Quick plate. And right here, where does circle go? Well, I know that the players are kind of over towards this way, so I can't push right into them. This is where I talk about making a gas play now, right? I can't push straight into them. It's technically a 1v3v1, so I have one other person that they have to worry about, but I can't push directly to them, so I'm actually going to take this right side this way after I'm plated and use my gas mask. This is where it's unfortunate that I swapped that full gas mask, but we're going to go ahead and play low here, and this is where power position isn't always high ground. So I'm going to go ahead and play this low side because I actually have an angle on them to being able to peek up top. Right there, you see it? I hit him with the flash. Now, the one thing that we didn't talk about here was execution. And look, you've got to hit shots. You've got to use movement to your advantage. And at this point, everything kind of goes out the window. This one is where I talk about this is one of my most insane clutches, is I just kind of clutch this up. I hit shots there. I bunny hop around this corner. I get the second down. I see the last guy pushing me. We're going to go ahead. We get a lucky peek with the self-revive, so we get the redown. Last one straight ahead of me, so I'm going to go ahead and challenge here. I'm not going to give him the time to push me. I'm going to keep pushing, keep that advantage on my end. We get the down and thirst, we get the team wipe, and there's the win. So you see how I put myself in a position to get that win, although at the end of the day, that 1v3 was just kind of clutching up. Let's go ahead and jump into clip number 2. So clip number 2 here is duo trios with a random teammate. Now, we have about 10 seconds until respawn disables. As I mentioned earlier, endgame begins when respawn disables. Once respawn disables, that's when we shift our focus from picking up kills to picking up the win. And we're actually going to fight a few teams around here, 2 different teams, to get them out. But we're playing together, we're playing smart, we're using our information well, and we just want to get these teams out, and then we'll start to focus on our 2 questions. Where's our power position? Where's our cover? There's one team wipe that my teammate just got. We noticed that there's 2 more pushing in below, so we're going to go ahead and keep playing together. He's with me, he's got tempered, and we didn't actually have communication, although we ended up playing really well together. We were covering for each other really well. I'm going to go ahead and keep playing quick here. I finally get the angle that I need to get it down. One's still on my level, so we're going to go ahead and reposition here. And as soon as we get this team wipe, that's when we focus on this end game. I get the down right there. I get the thirst. Now, I play this a little bit aggressive. I don't play it up here, but once again, my teammate is right above me. We're able to get that kill. So let's focus here on these 2 questions. Where's our power position? Where's our cover? Well, based on this circle, power position and cover are going to be top prison. So instead of waiting for gas to close, let's go ahead and fight top prison early. Let's see if we can go win top prison and take control of it. I hear that one right there. We get the down and thirst. Notice there's 2 more up above. Let's go take control of it now and keep control of top prison as opposed to trying to fight this with top circle. That's how quickly my mindset shifts to let's focus on power position and cover. Now we're kind of going back and forth. Now we're on the same page right here, and there's a bunch of people below us. Now we're on the same page. We're going to go ahead and challenge up this way. We're going to see exactly how this plays out. He plays a little bit aggressive. I'm able to get the down there with the bar, so we're going to go ahead and push up here. And this is where I talk about we covered for each other really well. By the way, pull this back real quick. Notice how many people are actually below us, right? 2 other teams. Yeah, we basically got 3 other teams, one of which is top prison, 2 other teams below, and that's stuff you should take note of. You should be noting where all the teams are. This way, once you wipe one team, you can think about, oh, okay, I know that we still have 2 teams down below. So I'm going to go ahead and play it up here. Did he self already? There's the self-revive. So he self-revived to my left. Got to keep that in mind. As I push up here, my teammate's kind of taking care of him. I'm going to go ahead and keep the element of surprise. That guy doesn't expect me to challenge. I'm going to quickly give up my high ground. But as soon as I get that kill, I'm back up top. I'm going right back up top to where my power position and my cover is because, as I mentioned earlier, in this scenario, yes, high ground is your power position. Now, look at circle, right? This is where I talk about where's your cover, right? So because that anybody rotating from prison to headquarters to tower building isn't going to have any cover. So I want to beat everybody to this building. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play gas here. I'm going to play gas. I'm actually trying to jump up top and get that high ground because that's the more advantageous spot to be. Unfortunately, I can't grab it. So I'm going to use my gas mask here to rotate early and still get high ground right here. I still have a lot of cover. You're going to see how it plays into my advantage. I get the down. I should have precision airstrike this immediately. Unfortunately, I go for the plate first, which puts me in a bad spot from this guy that you can't really see him, but he's going to shoot me from right here. But notice I have a lot of cover. That's why cover is super important, because I'm going to precision airstrike that guy. And now Yes, I have no plates here. This is an aggressive play, but everybody has to push to me. Everybody has to push out in the open in order to get into circle, or they have to play gas, PDS, something like that, or stims. So I have a ton of cover. I'm trying to see what I can find. And at this point, I didn't realize that it's a 1v2, but notice the other guy that's pushing into grandma's house. So I notice he's over there. He throws the PDS. By the way, quick tip for you. I did not know this until actually just now. An enemy PDS actually works for you as well. So at this point, I take off the gas mask. I'm going to wait for circle to close a little bit more, at which point I'm going to go ahead and challenge him, be aggressive, and I'm able to take him out. There's the last guy. So there you see another example of how we use power position and cover to our advantage. Let's go ahead and jump into clip number 3. So this clip right here is probably my favorite of the 3 because it is textbook with what we've talked about in terms of power position and cover. And I'm actually going to give you a bonus tip as well in this one. Now we picked this up with my teammate going down to a team top prison. So we can't really fight for power position here. We can't fight for high ground because they've got every angle covered. We also have a team below us. So we have to commit to this team below and try to fight them early. Now I get caught in a very bad spot right here, but this is where I talk about you do sometimes have to execute. I'm going to use my aim, movement, and stim in this situation to get that down in thirst. And I don't know where those enemies are, the other enemies, because of the radar jammer, which they need to nerf. But notice that my teammate did die right there. Now the bonus tip that I have for you is sometimes it's okay to play a little bit patient and see where that next circle goes. I can't fight for power position here. I can't get high ground. So I'm just going to wait to see where the next circle goes and see if I can then make a move to get that power position. We're going to go ahead and push up here. We're going to grab this satchel once I know it's clear. We're going to grab the gas mask as well. Unfortunately, the satchel was empty, so I don't have any extra plates. Now, I can't take zip. And I use that just for information, by the way, which is going to actually come in clutch. It's surprisingly, I didn't expect it to work out like that, but I can't really get high ground here. They've got pretty much every angle covered. They're going to be waiting on zip. They're going to be probably guarding this little jump spot right here. But what I am going to do is peek this stairwell. Why? Well, because I still have cover right here. So I'm going to go ahead and peek this way right here. I don't want to commit to top prison because then I get caught in a bad spot. So I'm just going to see what I can find. I'm able to basically break that guy. Notice Serpentine saves his life as well. That's why Serpentine's a great perk 1. But I am able to get this second guy. Now, I don't really get any information right here. I don't know if there's 2 other teammates or, 1 other teammate. I don't know what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and rotate early. Notice that if teams stay up top here, that they are going to end up dying. So I'm actually going to rotate early here using my gas mask and get to the power position. This is a situation where power position is not necessarily high ground. So I'm going to rotate early, or I guess it is high ground in this scenario because I have the high ground kind of in circle. So I'm in circle, I've got plenty of cover, and I'm just going to hold these teams out of circle. More times than not, I am making a decision on rotating early if I can get to a spot where I can hold that team out. Now, this guy eats a lot of bullets right here, and because he eats a lot of bullets, I've kind of got to pull back. I'm going to pull back a little bit. It's a 1v1 situation, which it just dawned on me right here. And I'm going to try to see what I can find. Now, notice that, yes, he does have high ground, but I have cover. So I'm in a really good spot to still challenge this guy. Now, what do we do here? Notice where circle pulls. So I'm going to go ahead and play low here, right? I'm going to go ahead and play my cover knowing I have a little bit of room. I try to throw that as like a decoy to see if he thinks I'm going to play gas, but we're going to go ahead and push up here. Now, I hear him flying in above. I hear him land on roof. So I'm going to go ahead and challenge roof here and try to win this game immediately before another circle. I'm able to hit shots right there. And there you see how I play a mix of power position and cover. I rotate early. Sometimes I don't rotate at all and I play a little bit patient, but that allows me to ultimately win. So I hope you found today's video helpful. As I always say, let's get better today and I will see you tomorrow.